Buckle up, Buttercup, because this is going to be quite the video. This is hooping your Durkee Easy Frame and making sure your design is centered. It all starts in your computer program. You first want to make sure in your computer program when you save that you save the design in the center. I learned a long time ago that if you don't save your design in the center, then when it goes into the machine, it will be saved off center and it will stitch off center. So you just want to make sure everything is lined up in the machine from the start. So this is the Durkee Easy Frame, and I know this is all worn off, but this sticker right here is the front of the hoop. This is the back of my hoop, and this is the exact double-sided tape that I use to attach my no-show poly mesh to the frame. I just take the double-sided tape and I put it in all of the corners, and sometimes I put it in the middle, top and bottom, just for good measure. I do not tape my frame every single time. Just when the no-show poly mesh isn't adhering really well, then I replace my tape. But most of the time, it lasts quite a few times in the hooping process. So I'm just taking my no-show poly mesh and I'm stretching it super tight on this frame, as tight as I can. If it has any loose parts, I actually take it up, pull it, and put it down again. You want it to be drum tight. And then I'm going to put this to the side while I iron a line down the middle of the shirt. I always start with this top collar part and make sure that my collar is lined up straight. Then I line up the side seams, which sometimes you have to press the side seams so that they are even. But you want to make sure all of that is lined up, and then you're going to press a line down the middle. This is just my Teflon ironing sheet that I like to use. And as you can see, this line is straight down the middle of the shirt. Now the Durkee Easy Frame has notches in the middle at the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to take this line that I ironed down the shirt and I'm going to line it up with those notches. And I just take my finger and find that little groove for the notch. And then I pin it in the middle first at the top and the bottom. So I always want to make sure my middle is done. Everything is centered and lined up. Then I just pin and clip all the way around the edges. You don't want it too tight, but you also don't want it loose. So that's it. It's all lined up, all centered up. So the design is centered in my computer, which is centered in the machine. Then my shirt is centered on the frame, and all of that is just going to line up to all be in the middle. And you can see right here, I use my laser light just to make sure that the laser light lines up with the middle of the frame. Lining all those things up means your design will be straight and in the center. I hope that helps. Happy sewing!